Good evening, Korean citizens, and those who love freedom and democracy all over the world. This is Choi Soo-young. I'm a Korean, a retired Korean secret case officer of the National Intelligence Service of the Republic of Korea. Today, one of my honorable senior alumni sent me with great sentences. So, from now, I'd like to introduce these remarkable, great sentences written by Ryu Gun-il. Mr. Ryu Gun-il is the most famous editor of the Korea. So it is very honor of me to introduce Mr. Ryu Gun-il's the great sentences to all over the world. The title is Democratic Party, Anti-United States, and Pro-China. Under the guise of so-called value diplomacy, the Yoon Suk-yeol administration insists on a peculiar foreign policy centered on Japan, neglecting the geopolitical balance and antagonizing North Korea, China, and Russia. This is an excerpt from the impeachment proposal against President Yoon Suk-yeol submitted on December 12, 2024 by the Democratic Party of Korea, DPK, and other left-wing parties. Their claim is essentially this: President Yoon Suk-yeol focused solely on the South Korea and United States and Japan alliance while adopting a hostile stance toward the authoritarian regimes of North Korea, China, and Russia. This is one of the grounds for impeachment. So, are the Democratic Party and its allies confessing to being anti-United States and pro-China? Half of South Korean anti-United States and pro-China. By December 14th, when the impeachment motion passed the National Assembly, the above phrase had been omitted. Did they realize belatedly that it was a misstep? Even if the phrase was removed, their intentions were already exposed. The Democratic Party, its affiliate parties, and their supporters among the pro-impeachment crowd are ultimately anti-United States and pro-China factions. Is the United States aware of this? If nearly half of South Koreans whom the United States has considered allies are part of an anti-United States and pro-China faction, it means the United States has been deceived all this time with its eyes wide open. Aren't you angry, America? Anti-United States and pro-China send their children to study abroad in the United States. In South Korea, voters who support anti-United States and pro-China parties and politicians are as numerous as grains of sand on the beach. Let's set aside the general public who are often swayed by propaganda. The real issue lies with the intellectual elite, university professors, corporate executives, figures in the entertainment and cultural industries, the press, various professional sectors, and upper middle class public officials. Among these groups, there is a significant number who fit these descriptions. These individuals are bourgeois in body and third-rate leftists in mind, or at least left-leaning sympathizers. They are victims of leftist indoctrination that labels the United States and the Western world as imperialist. Yet, paradoxically, their lifestyle is steeped in bourgeoisie comforts, which they thoroughly enjoy. They talk about human rights abuses under past authoritarian regimes in South Korea, but remain silent about the horrific human rights conditions under North Korea's Kim Jong-un regime. Meanwhile, they send their children to study abroad in the United States. This is hypocrisy. Does the United States still not recognize? The United States needs to reflect on this. Will it continue to issue entry visas to these anti-United States, South Korean? Will it allow entry to the activists who were engrossed in anti-United States, pro-North Korea, and pro-China revolutionary movements in the 1980s and who to this day have shown no repentance for their past actions? Many of these individuals are now lawmakers who dominate the National Assembly, sabotaging President Yoon Suk-yeol's administration and policies. Are these people allies of the United States? Once again, are these people allies of the United States? Or are the freedom-loving South Korean fighting them to the bitter and the true allies? The United States should impose appropriate diplomatic sanctions against these anti-United States activists. The so-called progressive in South Korea essentially adhere to National Liberation People's Democracy, a mere facade for extreme leftist revolution. Does the United States and the new Trump administrations still not recognize the identity of those who stormed the United States embassy in South Korea and caused havoc. The United States must respond with stern measures. Thank you for listening. This is Indo-Pacific Strategy Institute. I am representative and the CEO, 최수용. Thank you. American citizens, God bless your country and the whole United States peoples. Thank you.